Hey, it's Chris back at you with another Black Lightning review. This will be a review of Black Lightning episode 12. Look at the title. The Resurrection and the Light. The Resurrection and the Light. The Book of Pain. So, this was a pretty crazy, action-packed episode. A lot of stuff that's kind of been teased and be put on the shelf and set up starts to come to fruition. So, the first, so the first big thing in this episode is Khalil, Jennifer's ex-boyfriend, is back. He can walk again. We learn that he's pretty much been experimented on by the shady government agency. He has, the funniest thing is that he has this terrible, dreadlock wig, and pretty much everyone on Black Twitter is making fun of him. The wig looks absolutely ridiculous. He looks like a poor man's Killmonger. It's just like, well, what are you doing? But anyway... yeah, so he's got powers. He's super strong. He's got these darts that he's been throwing at the kids in the school. Now, I believe I don't know if the point was to kidnap the kids necessarily. But, so he's been throwing out these darts. And it does something to Jeff later on, which I'll explain. But yeah, so Khalil's back. He sees Jefferson, pretty much tells him off. Then he sees Jennifer. Jennifer is first excited to meet him, and then she realizes he's acting kind of weird, and then he gets angry and defensive and leaves, and she knows that something's up. We also get some loving with Jeff and Lynn, and, it looks like, Jeff and Lynn, they were divorced, and they've pretty much, been talking this whole season, and, it looks like they're on the track to get back together. Hey, this episode, things got physical, but they have a fight where Lynn decides that she's doing some experiments on Jennifer to see if she can find a way to suppress her powers. She didn't tell Jeff about this. Jeff is upset because he believes that them having powers is a gift, and he doesn't like the idea of Lynn taking that away from him. So, that's kind of a fight they have, and it doesn't really get resolved at the end of the episode. Lynn kind of backs off of the idea. She kind of tells Jennifer, well, I'm not trying to fix your powers, your dad got mad at me, maybe this isn't the right thing. So, it's pretty obvious that Jennifer is going to end up keeping her powers, and towards the end of the episode, there's this crazy fight scene where Tobias, the white lady with the guns, and Khalil invade the school, and they fight Jefferson and Anissa, and so, Black Lightning and Thunder. So we got a cool fight scene between the assassin lady and Anissa. At first, she can't do much to Anissa at all. Guns don't work, her staff don't work, her staff doesn't work, but we've learned that Anissa can only hold the invincibility for so long. So she's not like Luke Cage where she can breathe and, then nothing can hurt her. She has to breathe again to, hey, one person. Yeah, so Anissa has to breathe again, and it makes her vulnerable. So, so the assassin gets to jump on her a little bit. The fight pretty much ends in a draw where they both end up going to where Tobias and Jefferson are at. And Tobias is back. He's back and healed up and ready to go. He's got electro-resistant clothes, so Jefferson has to fight him, fisticuffs, they gotta give him those hands, and he does an okay job until Khalil shows up and hits Jefferson with the dart that suppresses his powers, and then punches him in the chest and seemingly kills Jefferson. And Jefferson is essentially dead until Jennifer shows up because she hasn't left the school and uses her powers to bring him back to life. So I thought that was cool. Obviously, this is part of Jennifer's role of, seeing the importance of having powers and seeing that her powers, look, yes, they're negative to having superpowers, but overall, the fact that she can do things that other people can't, it is a gift. And she ends up saving Jeff's life at the end of the episode. And I'm trying to think of anything super big. We see Lala, he's kind of doing his thing like before. I believe that he kills the weapons guy that Gambi has been threatening for the past few episodes. The guy Gambi threatened with the snake venom. And we learn at the end of the episode when Lala and Tobias have a conversation that Lala, I guess he's been working for Tobias again this whole time. And even though he hates Tobias and he tries to pull a gun on him, you know, I think he's possibly, the way his resurrection worked, he's somehow under Tobias's control. Like, to me, it seems like Tobias has clearly been pulling the strings this entire time, and everything Lalo's done since he's been revived has been, you know, part of his plan. And it looks like, as of right now, Tobias is trying to use everyone. He's, you know, he killed Lady Eve. He's trying to use the ASA. And, yeah, so that's pretty much what was going on this episode. I'm trying to think of anything big I missed. I don't think so. But, overall, man, another solid episode. 9 out of 10. Great episode. Great drama. The fight scene at the end with Black Lightning and Thunder versus Tobias and, you know, his henchmen was really cool, especially because we haven't seen a big fight in the school yet, so that was really cool. And yeah, man, this show is wrapping up. We have the finale next week. I don't know if I want to do a video like this or try to do a live reaction. I actually did a live reaction to the Legends of Tomorrow finale last night, but YouTube took it down for copyright, so you know, we'll kind of see what works. But I'm definitely going to do some sort of season wrap up once everything is over, and you know, just kind of just talk about why I like this show and why I've pretty much been doing these reviews religiously. So yeah, another solid episode of Black Lightning. Like I said, love the show, love the characters, love the progression and the development, and I'm excited to see where we go forward. If I were to predict things, I mean, obviously a lot of the bad guys are all still around, so I don't see them all getting taken out by the finale. I think some things that happen in this season are going to spill over into next season, especially with the shady government agency and like the evil white guy. We might see Tobias get taken down, but I don't think he's going to die. As far as Khalil and the Assassin Lady, we'll see. But, you know, I'm glad that we got some payoff with the whole Khalil thing, because he'd been gone for a while. The same with Tobias. And yeah, it was a thoroughly entertaining episode. The tweets were funny, and yeah, man, can't wait for this finale next week, and you know, hopefully it's great. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Black Lightning, and if you like this video at all, hit the like button, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Peace. But yeah, man, really good show. Really, really enjoyed it.